Hi, I'm horticulturist Greg Lusk here at the Amarillo Botanical Gardens. We're going to start a new series on garden called In the Garden, and we're going to show you what you need to be doing each week so that you'll know what you can do at home. So we're going to start our video series with grass preparation, what we need to do in the spring to get our grass ready for the summer. If you live in Amarillo, you either have a fescue or a Bermuda grass yard, most likely a warm or cool season grasses. This is fescue, and as you see, it's greening up, but there's a lot of yellow in it from the winter. We're going to talk about how to get rid of that and what to do to maintain this to get it greened up real quick. This is a fescue lawn. It's cool season grass. You either have fescue or Bermuda grass, as we talked about. With this, a couple of weeks ago, we came in here, we scalped it down and got it ready for the spring growth. Now by scalping, I mean we took our mower, just our regular mower, and we lowered the blade in increments and kept mowing it, mowed it several times, cutting it shorter and shorter until we cut it as low as we can. Now that takes all of the dead winter grass out, and anything that comes up is going to be bright green grass, and so it's going to look great. Well, then we came in, we fertilized it, and you can either use inorganic or organic fertilizers. Now I prefer the organic, but you can use what you like. The organic is better for the soil microbial action and the health of the soil, like the earthworms and things in the soil. The downside is it's made out of manure, chicken manure usually, and it does stink for a couple days. The inorganic fertilizers, like what you buy at the hardware store or the local nurseries, and it's easy to use and it works well. It's high in nitrogen. It's a quicker use, a quicker return. The grass will green up quicker with it because it has more readily available nitrogen, but it is hard on the soil and the microbes in it. So, but also if you use the inorganic, it's got iron in it, and that iron can stain your sidewalks, and we've all seen that. So if you use the inorganic with iron, be sure and clean your sidewalks off very well with either a blower or a broom before you put water on them. The next thing you do after you fertilize, you water. We put the fertilizer on, we water it about 3 times a week until it brightens up, then we back off to about twice a week. If you're talking about Bermuda grass, you shouldn't be watering any more than about every 2 weeks at this time of the year. There's no growth to support. There's no reason to be overwatering it right now. Now, Bermuda grass, just wait about a month and do the same process and you'll be in good shape. Next, we're going to go up to the wetting lawn and look at aerating and talk about the benefits of that. So here we are on the wetting lawn, and of course this has been ready for spring for a little while now. We didn't talk about thatching. I like scalping over thatching because thatching is pretty hard on the crown of the plant, and that's where the growth occurs for both the leaves and the roots, and scalping doesn't bother that so much, but you can thatch as well. Now this is a couple weeks after we scalped all this off and the grass is growing, and we got the aerator here. I like to aerate only places that get a lot of traffic. This wetting lawn gets a tremendous amount of traffic, and so we aerate it. In the back where it's not so much traffic, I never aerate that. The purpose of aerating is to make holes in the soil so that nutrients and water can penetrate and go in, so it doesn't just run off. This machine here can be rented, or you can hire somebody to do it, but it makes plugs, and it takes out a piece of soil and brings it to the top, and it makes a hole, and it can take water that way really well. It does do a little damage to the roots, but it's a minimal compared to the advantages of it. But again, I would not do this each year at a home unless you have a lot of traffic in the back with a lot of dogs or children, traffic like that. I would only do it for high traffic areas. And then just resume your watering. These will melt quickly and disappear. You won't even know they were there for a couple weeks down the road. And so if you do these steps, they're pretty easy steps. Any homeowner can do them. You can have a great looking lawn and outshine the rest of your neighborhood pretty quickly. We'll see you next week for more tips in the garden.